Hi and welcome to a new series of step-by-step videos. In today's video, I'd like to introduce you to the Blocksfolio platform. Blocksfolio is designed to give you a much better overview of your tokens and how you're using them, whether that's staking, lending and borrowing, or providing liquidity in pools. With this centralized dashboard, the aggregation of APYs, and active suggestions on how you could put your tokens to work, Blocksfolio aims to help you make better and faster decisions for your investments. The platform was developed and is provided by the developer team behind the XPR block producer Blocksforge. If you're active on X or in the usual XPR Network Telegram groups, you probably already know the BP Blocksforge, because he's very active there. If not, make sure to follow him on X or join his Telegram group. There, or right here in the YouTube comments, you can always ask your questions about Blocksfolio or just share your feedback. You'll find all the links to these accounts in the show notes. But why do we even need another platform like Blocksfolio when we already have WebAuth wallet and all the well-functioning MetalX apps to manage our tokens? Well, let's take a look at what we can currently do with our tokens in the WebAuth wallet and the MetalX apps. First, there's staking XPR tokens. This staking process is fully integrated into the WebAuth wallet, and both your staked XPR and your rewards can be managed with just one click directly in the wallet. If we want to stake Metal tokens, we first have to switch from the XPR chain to the Metal chain in the WebAuth wallet, and there we can manage the entire staking and rewards process for Metal. We can't stake loan tokens in the WebAuth wallet, so for that we switch over to the MetalX lending platform. There we can stake our loan tokens, claim rewards, and unstake them again if needed. If we want to provide liquidity for certain token pairs, we do that through the MetalX app in the browser by adding our tokens to a liquidity pool. In return, we earn a proportional share of the rewards whenever our pool is used. If there's a farming pool for our liquidity pair, we can farm the so-called LP tokens in the MetalX app and earn additional staking rewards for that. And then there's also the option to lend or borrow a wide range of tokens on the MetalX lending platform. In return, we earn rewards based on the APY of each token, paid out in that token and in loan tokens. If you look at all of these pieces together, and you're active with your tokens in several of them, it also means you have to keep an eye on all these different areas. Maybe because you want to track how APYs are developing, or because you need to monitor your health factor when borrowing tokens so you don't get liquidated, or you want to watch for changes in token ratios in your liquidity pools, or simply because you have to remember to claim your staking rewards in several different places. You can do all of these steps in their respective places, but what you don't have is a view of your overall portfolio, all the buckets where we've invested and staked our tokens, plus an overall view of APYs and portfolio performance. Where has it really paid off to deploy our tokens, and where might there be better opportunities to use them? This is exactly where Blocksfolio comes in, with the goal of creating a cockpit for your tokens and their utilization in the XPR network. The platform is still in its early stages, and some features are still on the roadmap and not fully implemented yet. With this video, we don't want to create a complete step-by-step guide for the platform. Instead, this is meant to be the kickoff for a series of videos that will walk you through Blocksfolio's features step by step. So think of this video as the foundation for all the videos that will follow in the future. Before we take a closer look at Blocksfolio itself, let's first have a quick look at our WebAuth wallet. Right now, you can see we only have a few tokens in here, and in the upcoming episodes of this series there will definitely be more added. Today, though, it's mainly about logging in and covering the basics of the platform. For that, it's important that we have at least 1000 XPR in our wallet. These 1000 XPR are the monthly fee charged for using Blocksfolio and its services. These fees are not automatically deducted from your wallet. If you want to use Blocksfolio, you need to manually send 1000 XPR to the platform account every month. The fact that you have to do this yourself each month is actually a good thing, because we really don't want to give any app the right to pull tokens from our wallet without our explicit confirmation. So that means, if you use the platform for 1 month and then decide it's not for you, your access will automatically expire and you won't incur any further fees. I also hope that this video series will already give you enough information up front so you can decide whether Blocksfolio is something for you or not. Alright, let's get started. First, we click on Connect Wallet and connect our wallet to the platform. Blocksfolio will now request an authorization that we have to confirm in order to use the platform. But what exactly are we being asked to approve? Access account information. Blocksfolio can only read public data, such as your wallet name, address, and avatar. Other permissions. Blocksfolio can show you transactions to sign in your WebAuth wallet, but every single action has to be manually confirmed and signed by you. That means, nothing happens without your consent, no access to your funds, no automatic execution of transactions. So, as with any other platform, the following applies. Always take a close look at any transaction that's presented to you for signing. If you weren't expecting a transaction or you don't fully understand what it does, cancel it and reject the transaction. Get informed first, and only confirm transactions that you were expecting and that you fully understand. Once we're logged in, the Terms of Service appear. Take your time to read through them and check whether you're allowed to use the platform and whether you agree with the conditions. What you see there is just the short version. The full, detailed version is available via the link in the text. If you agree with the terms, tick the checkbox and click Accept and Continue. Next, we come to the monthly fee for using Blocksfolio that we already talked about. Here you have two options. You pay the regular fee of 1000 XPR for 30 days. If you have 1 million or more XPR staked with the block producer Blocksforge, you can get 30 days of access for a reduced fee of 800 XPR. In our case, we don't have that many XPR available to stake in our wallet, so we'll choose the regular fee. As mentioned before, this access does not renew automatically, and it definitely doesn't renew without you signing another transaction after 30 days to send another 1000 XPR. We click on Pay Now, and in our WebAuth wallet we see a transaction to send 1000 XPR to the address BF Treasury, which is the Blocksfolio Treasury address. We sign and confirm this transaction, and with that, we now have 30 days of access to Blocksfolio. First, an initial synchronization starts, which can take up to a minute. We'll now do a quick run-through of the different sections, and then in the rest of this series we'll look at how to use each view and feature in detail. We start with the lending section and there with the portfolio view. Here in the portfolio, we'll later get an overall overview of all tokens we've lent and borrowed, including our total rewards in USD and in loan, the aggregated APY, the health value, and our borrowing power. In the loan staking view, we get an overview of our staked loan tokens and their rewards. In the APY history view, we can see not only the current APYs and utilization, but also the APY changes over the past 30 days. The opportunities view helps you find the best ways to earn on the XPR lending platform. And with the APY calculator, you can calculate how much you can earn or how much it will cost you to use the XPR lending platform. That was a quick overview of the different views in the lending section, and as already mentioned, we'll go through the individual functions and possibilities in detail in future videos. Before we move on to the settings and start putting our first tokens to work, let's briefly talk about the two areas that are currently still in development. The Overview section will aggregate all your DeFi activities across the entire XPR Network ecosystem. The Liquidity Pools section will provide comprehensive insights into all your LP positions and earnings. Once development on these areas is completed, we'll also cover them in dedicated videos. Now let's move on to the settings of our Blocksfolio profile, where you can manage your account, subscriptions, and module-specific settings. Account Information section. Enter the email address where you want to receive notifications. In the current version, notifications via Telegram are also possible. Email quota. Here you can see your daily email limit and monitor your daily email notification usage. Emails are used, for example, to send you alerts about your lending health or reminders to claim rewards. Subscriptions. Shows your currently active Blocksfolio subscription. One-time purchases. This is where future one-time purchases will appear, which will be available in addition to the subscription. Payment history. Shows all your previous payment transactions. Support Blocksfolio. If you'd like to support the platform with voluntary donations, you can do that here. Next, we have the lending section in the settings. Enable loan health alerts. Here we define whether, and at what health value, we want to receive an email warning. The default is 200, and you should adjust this value based on your own risk tolerance. In our case, we change this value to 100. Unclaimed loan notifications. Here we can define whether we want to be informed by email when there are loan tokens from our rewards waiting to be claimed. With the loan threshold, we set the minimum amount of loan rewards at which we want to receive an email. In the AI section, we define under which criteria the AI analyzes your lending portfolio and makes recommendations. Here we can choose between the profiles conservative, moderate, and aggressive. These settings influence how the AI Insights feature will warn you at certain loan health levels, and what strategies the AI assistant will recommend to you. As you can see, there's quite a bit you can configure in the settings. Take your time to go through everything, and be aware that these settings will have a direct impact on the recommendations and alerts that Blocksfolio will give you later on. To wrap up this first part of the series, let's quickly take a look at what we can expect from Blocksfolio in the future. Once we've lent, borrowed, and staked a few tokens using the regular MetalX apps, we'll automatically see all of that reflected inside our Blocksfolio app. At a glance, we can see how much we've lent out and what the average overall APY on our lent tokens is. We can see how much we've borrowed, how much more we could still borrow, and what our current health value looks like. We also see, on one screen, how many loan tokens we've earned through borrowing, lending, and staking. If we scroll down, we can, as in this example, look at how our portfolio has developed over different time periods. Scrolling further, we can see which tokens we've lent and borrowed, along with their APYs, token earnings, and loan rewards. In the transaction history, we can see our most recent transactions and also export them as a CSV file, for example to use later in Excel. If we switch over to the loan staking section, we can immediately see how many tokens we've staked, their total value in dollars, and what rewards we're earning in loan. Further down, we can see our active and historical stakes, and we can also see that our position is now marked as ready to unstake, because we originally staked it with just a 1-week lockup period. And with that, I'd like to wrap up this first basic episode on Blocksfolio. I hope I was able to give you a good first look at the Blocksfolio platform, and we're all excited to see how it will continue to develop in the future. If you have any questions or suggestions about this video, I'd be happy to hear your feedback in the comments. And if you want to get in touch directly with the developers or with BP Blocksforge, you can do that via their Telegram or X accounts. As always, all the links are listed in the show notes. So, take care, and see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if, when staking your XPR, you select my block producer, Bloxprod, as one of your 4 BPs. That helps me run the servers in the XPR network and also keep producing these videos for you. See you next time, your XPR block producer, Bloxprod.